What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Duran, and here we go. The dates have been set for the NBA, and the trade rumors are started up. We're talking Boston Celtics today, and man, a little depressing because this deal, in my opinion, is pretty horrible. As reported by Kevin O'Connor from The Ringer today when he was doing his mock draft, he added a tidbit that the Boston Celtics have been sniffing around on Jrue Holiday in a potential deal to send Gordon Hayward or Kemba Walker and 3 first-round draft picks for Jrue Holiday. Wow. First reaction, Jrue Holiday is declining. I don't know if anyone watched Pelicans basketball in the bubble or if you watched Pelicans basketball in general this year. Jrue Holiday was not good. He was not that good to me. I know the stats say otherwise, and I know probably his teammates and players that played against him will say otherwise. But yeah, just watching it on the court, just not good. He didn't fit their team. I thought he was a declining player. I thought his shot selection was not good either. Just not a player that I would trade 3 first-round picks in Gordon Hayward for. I think that's an extreme overpay. He's 31 years old. He's on a huge deal. I think it's 3 years, $130 million, something like that. Just off the top of my head right now. No, it's 5 years, 100 and something million. Not 3 years, but 5 years, 100 and something million. It's a ridiculous contract that they paid him in 2017. This is a horrible deal. It's a complete overpay. It doesn't make any sense. And I just don't get why the Boston Celtics would do something like this. Personally, if you want this deal to go through, I need more. I just flat out need more than just Jrue Holiday. I need Lonzo, Jackson Hayes. I need more, because that's an overpay and it's a bad deal. It's just a bad deal. It's Danny Ainge reaching for the moon that's not there. It's him just reacting. It's an overreaction to the playoffs, and it's sad, really, to look at that deal. If he was trying to do that and that deal actually went through, that would be sad, because it's a complete overreaction. Just my takeaway from it is they can't do this deal. They can't. This is a horrible deal. And I don't even think that it was 3 draft. It's essentially 3 draft picks. But what it is that the Celtics would be packaging all 3 of those picks to move up in the top 8. They would then flip that top 8 pick for Jrue Holiday. They would actually flip that top 8 pick plus Gordon Hayward or plus Kemba Walker to match the salaries for Jrue Holiday. Awful deal. Awful. That's an awful deal. I'd rather just keep the draft picks and keep a disgruntled Gordon Hayward. I get it, from a sense of Gordon Hayward is already 1 foot out the door, and you're trying to replace him by adding another scorer, you're trying to add another 2-way player that can kind of fit within the team while also keeping Marcus Smart on the bench and letting him run that. But it's just not worth it. He doesn't bring anything to the team that I would say would put us over the top. Jrue Holiday doesn't put us over the top at all. So if you want to make a deal like that, I'll make a deal like that for like a player like CJ McCollum. Like, I would trade Gordon Hayward and 3 first-round draft picks for CJ McCollum. Like, that's a player I would send those picks and that player for. Because right now the Celtics are in a situation where those 2 picks, the 26 and 30, those aren't very high picks. So they aren't as valued as that number 14 pick would be. So what you're looking for is fringe all-star players. Those are the players that you're looking for. I just think out of the crop of fringe all-star players, they can do better than Jrue Holiday. I don't even think Jrue Holiday is a fringe all-star player anymore. He's 31 years old. He's declining. He didn't fit in New Orleans. He was supposed to be their franchise player, their best player. That's what they were saying. When Zion came into the league, he was humble. They were saying, Jrue Holiday's still our best player. And he wasn't. And he was actually a detriment. He didn't blend at all with Zion Williamson because he just didn't understood. He just really didn't understand his role when Zion was on the court, and everyone knew it. Zion was the best player on the floor, and he would just take shots and just look at him like, are you insane? Like, it makes no sense. You're ruining the rhythm of the team. His shot selection is bad. No, this is a horrible deal. They should absolutely not do this deal. This makes absolutely no sense at all. The Pelicans would have to send me Jackson Hayes and Lonzo Ball for me to consider this. They honestly would. They would have to send me those 2 players for me to even consider this deal. I just don't even want to do this. I don't want to do this. You know, it's like, you know, you take the ugly girl home, like you get her home and then you undress her and you're like, I don't want to do this. You know, can we just watch Netflix and then you go home? Like, I don't want to do this. It's an okay deal. It's pathetic. It's a reach. It's an overreaction. That's all you can say about this. Is this deal is an overreaction. I don't think that the Celtics should do this. I don't want to do it. I don't want to trade our three first round draft picks. I don't want to trade Gordon Hayward. I wouldn't even trade Gordon Hayward straight up for Jrue Holiday. Let's be clear about that. I wouldn't even do that straight up, let alone adding 3 first round draft picks. If that's what New Orleans values Jrue Holiday, allow them to do that. I'm not gonna bail them out by paying their horrible contract decisions. I'm not gonna do that. They gave Jrue Holiday that huge contract. Let them be the ones to pay it. It's the same thing with the Sixers. Why would anyone want to trade for Al Horford? The Sixers paid him. Let them deal with that. Why do I have to deal with your problems? Honestly, why do I have to accommodate the New Orleans Pelicans problems? They paid Jrue Holiday. Let them pay him. Why do we have to do that? That makes no sense. I would not do this deal at all. This makes no sense. I have to hear. I'm not gonna, you know, go crazy and start, you know, slandering Danny Ainge, because I just have to hear the full thing of this deal. Like, I would get it if you added Lonzo and Jackson Hayes to this deal. Like, honestly, I would actually be like, okay, that's not that bad when you think about it, because, you know, you could have Jackson Hayes starting over Tice, move Tice to the bench. Tice would be an upgrade over Canner, and then you have Smart still coming off the bench. You have Jrue Holiday at the 2. You have Lonzo as your backup point guard of the future and a backup point guard right now. Smart is a good spot up shooter now, so he can play 2 at this point. That makes way more sense than just adding Jrue Holiday. Like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I just don't want to do that. But yeah, as always, I have nothing left for the video. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.